Hi there and welcome back to my channel. So I've had my vertical Labret piercing for about 6 years now, and actually my first video on this channel was me getting it pierced and showing the healing process. I thought I would make a video on the 10 things I wish I had known before getting pierced. In case it's a piercing that you really want to get, then you'll feel more prepared after watching this video. The first thing that I really want to emphasize on is choosing the right piercer and the right placement. It's a piercing that can very easily be crooked. Not only you need to get it at the center of your lip, but you also need to get it straight. It does require a lot of expertise to get it right. Either go to a piercer that you trust, that you've already got pierced by and that was very skillful, or if you're in need of a new piercer, just make sure you look at the reviews, you look at the portfolio, like if they've done those piercings before. Maybe go and meet them just to talk about the piercing itself, the healing, and just getting the vibe of the person. I think it's really important to choose a piercer that is not only skillful, but also someone that makes you feel safe, that doesn't rush you. It can be scary to get pierced on the lip, and there's a lot of piercing studios that are very popular, and there's a lot of people coming and getting pierced, so it's like they pierce one person after the other. The piercing session itself takes 10 minutes. I personally don't like those places, and now I'm trying to be more careful about the place that I choose. Make sure you do your research, and when it's the moment to get pierced, and this is the very crucial information, I don't know if you can notice, my piercing is slightly crooked and off-center. When you go and get pierced, they're gonna use a pen to mark the area. When I was smiling, I noticed that the dots were not aligned with my front teeth, which I kind of thought was my indicator. But spoiler, it was not. I did ask her to move the position of the dots slightly so that when I would smile, it would be in line with my teeth. The mouth is not symmetrical, and that made it off-center, so if you really look at my lips closely, you'll notice that it's not in center. So when you're gonna get it pierced, please choose the right person and take your time, especially with the placement, because once it's pierced, and there's nothing you can do about it other than removing it and getting pierced again, which I do not recommend. Regarding the pain, of course, it's a lip piercing, so the pain is real. It does hurt, but it only hurts for like just 1 second. And you really feel the second happening, but then you're good to go. So it's like a very hard pinch. Also, another thing you should know is that it swells a lot. It's gonna be really swollen for the first week, and your lips are gonna be super chapped and blue. So it's gonna look a little bit scary, but all of that is normal. Okay, now let's talk about once it's pierced, once it's healed, what's it like to live with it? It's a piercing that people notice and they comment on. I don't think I've ever had like a bad comment about it. Maybe some people have thought bad things about it, but I've only received positive comments, so that's something I like. It makes me happy. If I'm at a store or a restaurant, I've had people saying, oh, I really like your piercing. It's mostly women of my age. Another thing I noticed is that whenever I'm with someone romantically or intimately, they will always comment on the piercing. Just people saying, oh, I've never kissed someone with a lip piercing, but it's just something I hear almost every single time I kiss someone. And then of course there's family. That's another topic. In my specific case, my dad really dislikes piercings, so whenever I go and see him, I always need to hide my piercings from him. So I don't think he actually knows I have a lip piercing at this point. It was a little bit shocking for my mom and my grandparents, but they have learned to live with it. But just, it's something that you should expect, like people's reactions, especially your family, that's going to be present. And this comes to my next point, which is, what about hiding the piercing? And something that you should know is that it is possible to hide, so that's great. It's a bit tricky. I've made a video on how to hide it, so you can watch it right here. For this one, you need to put a transparent retainer, but there's nothing that holds the retainer in place. So usually it is gonna stay in place, but I've had many times where the retainer would just fall out whenever I would be eating or drinking, and then I would lose that retainer. If you don't have anything in the hole, it's gonna close up really quickly. So it's not gonna close up completely over the course of 20 minutes, but it's just gonna close up a little bit, and then when you're gonna put back the jewelry in, it's gonna be much more painful. But I always recommend putting a retainer in, even though there's a risk of it falling out. But I'm gonna put the link down below of where I got my retainer. If you are working and you're not allowed to show a piercing, then I personally would not recommend this piercing. I really recommend it if you're able to keep it in all the time and you exceptionally on some occasions need to hide it. But if you're working in a place where you're actually not allowed to have facial piercings, then it's really gonna make your life a lot harder and it's gonna add unnecessary stress. So I really recommend that you're in a position where you're able to have it every day and no one's gonna bother you with it. Okay, next up, it's very addicting to play with it, which can enhance the risk of irritations. Personally, it hasn't happened to me, but I know that other people may have more sensitive lips, and so if you play with it a lot, then there's more risk of it feeling uncomfortable. Something I also did notice is that the more I play with it, the more likely I can lose the jewelry. The little ball at the bottom can just fall out, so that's kind of annoying, but I guess it is the risk with any piercing. You can always lose a little ball somewhere and then the jewelry just falls out. Okay, next up, anatomy matters. I wish I could say that anyone can get a lip piercing. I think to some extent it might be possible, but of course this piercing does look better with fuller lips. If you have very thin lips, I still think it's possible. Of course, your piercer will give you the best recommendation because they might also say it's too small to work with. But if you do have very thin lips and you're still able to get it, then I would really recommend very small jewelry like mine. I'm also gonna put down the link in the description box below so that you know where I found it. And if you have fuller lips, you can get a bigger range of jewelry. But if you have very thin lips, then only small jewelry will work on you. Okay, number 9 is that when you remove the piercing, there is a mark that is visible. So if one day you decide that you want to remove the piercing, there is very high chances that it will scar and you will have a mark on your lips. And lastly, number 10, and that's something super positive, is that it is my favorite piercing and I highly recommend getting it if you're able to. It's probably the fastest healing piercing I've ever had. It's very easy to take care of it, and despite the little issues that I mentioned, there's absolutely no issue for me in my daily life. There's no pain, there's no irritations, there's no discomfort. I have never not been able to do something that I wanted to do because of the piercing. I think I've heard on other videos that it can be hard to eat a sandwich, or I've also heard that some people, they get very sore after kissing someone for a long time. But this has never happened to me. In my experience in those past 6 years, I've never had any issue with it. My experience is not necessarily going to be your experience, so just keep that in mind. But I personally highly recommend this piercing if you have the good circumstances and it's the right timing for you. I think that's everything I had to say. If you have any questions, you can drop them down below. If there's another video that you want to see on this topic, also let me know. I'd be happy to make another one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to press a like and to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!